Hi Pisces, welcome to your unexpected reading for March 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. Also, this may resonate as yours or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. Okay. All right, Pisces. What do we got here? We got two. Why do we have two? Two what? All right, two. You got two. I don't know what two is. Are you deciding between two people? Ace of Pentacles. Yay for that. Okay. The Devil, that could be Capricorn. Hanged Man, there's Pisces. See? Four of Wands. Two, what? Two of Cups. Two of Swords. This is a three, right? 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Let's see who we're dealing with here. Okay. Did you just like vanquish something? Did you just meet somebody? Because it looks like this is an issue of kind of casting out the past or like being free from, okay, well. Knight of, why are we crooked here? Knight of Pentacles. Could be Taurus. All right, so Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus. All right. You're happy. It's. I know you're probably like, oh man, but is this somebody that is still wanting something and you're like, no, I moved on, I met somebody. Is that what the two is? You've met somebody, but you got somebody coming back that is trying to make a case for a reconnection, or hey, let's just talk. Like, what is... I think this is about you letting go of something and Is this you letting go, walking away from a relationship that was just kind of one-sided, or might have just been a physical relationship and they didn't want anything more, so you're like, okay, fine, I do, so I'm gonna go. And then they're like, wait, actually, you know what? Surprise, I do want more with you. And you're just like, no, because you really don't. You might be just telling me that to keep the physical connection. I want more, and I know you don't, so don't do that. That's gross. Don't do that. What's this Hanged Man about? So I think, okay, is it that it's the one person coming back, then you got this new person that you're finding out, you know what, they don't want what I want. I want more than just physical. And so it's like twofold, because you're cutting both off, and you're thinking, in a way, some of you might be thinking that this person is more similar to, like, it's like, oh my gosh, I just attracted the same type of person. Like, there's an element of that. Okay, right. What's this? Hang on. Oh, I need some water. My voice is getting scratchy. All right, what's this Hangman about? This Pisces. What's this Hangman about? The Death card, that's Scorpio. What's this Knight of Pentacles about? Knight of Pentacles, whoopsie. Wow. What are you doing, Pisces? Are you still thinking about somebody? You're not dealing with them, but you're still thinking about somebody from... Or you're realizing that they haven't changed. This is Four of Swords. No, Four of Wands. You're not dealing with them, but you're still thinking about them. Perhaps this was quite traumatic, and you're working on healing and moving through this, and you've got this brand new, stable beginning under yourself. I still feel like there's someone lingering, though. What's this? Somebody new or somebody old? But somebody's lingering. This is Four of Wands. Okay. You're dealing with somebody now, but your mind is still like it's this kind of, and then I think that's why it feels like there's two, but you feel like they're very similar, or like, oh my gosh, it's the same type of person, because you're working on moving through the disappointments and sadness, or just like where this person fell short and failed you, and how this is someone that just kind of nothing changed with this person, and you're not dealing with them anymore. You're not you're leaving it alone, but you're still thinking about it. And it involved issues of stability and wanting to move forward and progress. And this person liked what they liked, the way things were. The person that you're dealing with now also is very similar to that. So you got two. There's that too. Okay, there's the two. It's Two of Cups. What's this Two of Cups about? Surprise, surprise. What's this Two of Cups? King of Wands. That's could be Taurus. This could be Sagittarius. What's this Two of Swords about? This Two of Swords. Too little, too late. This is both of them. This is both of them, Pisces. You're thinking about the one. You're dealing with the one. They're very similar. You cut both of them off, and both want a relationship. Both want something. Both are telling you something. I don't know that it's sincere. I think the cycle with both have ended. You've been working on closing out a cycle with somebody from the past. Been thinking about this, not wanting to do the same things, wanting to close that out because you realize it was very one-sided. This person didn't like things to change. They didn't like things the way they didn't, you felt like you were kind of one down, you weren't valued. So you're working on really processing and closing that out. And you're not talking to the person, you're not dealing with them, but it still lingers, like energetically or emotionally, all that. So that's passing through, right? With both of these people, you're dealing with issues of commitment and stability and wanting the same thing, valuing the same thing, wanting it to progress past a certain point, wanting someone to mean what they say, not just say, oh, you know what? Hey, I do want this with you, because they want to preserve the physical connection. No. What's this devil about? So you're kind of feeling like, man, what did I just did this. Why did I get myself involved in this again? Because that's what dating is. It's experimenting and trying out. This one doesn't fit. Go on to the next one. That one doesn't fit. Don't beat yourself up. Nobody gets it right the first time. Nobody gets it right ever. You can never get it right if you never get it wrong. Yeah, that's not helpful. Point is, I feel like there's a lot of weight placed on this, and there doesn't need to be. Both of these people have moved through or are moving through, and you get to be in control and in charge of it. You're going to have both of them wanting more from you or more with you, and it looks like you're cutting both of them off. At the very least, you want time to think about, you want more time to think about this, because it feels like, oh, there goes my voice again. Ooh, getting that frog in my throat. It feels like you don't trust. There hasn't been enough time for you to establish trust with the now one, and the one from the past. You're like, I've heard that before. But is the one from the past coming in though? If you're not dealing with them, maybe. Oh, you're still thinking about them. It could be for some of you they might show up. For some of you, others not. But you're still thinking about them. So that's why they're showing up. They could physically show up and make an offer, and you're just like, no, nothing's changed with you. I know. But for the now person that you are dealing with, this is someone that, quite shockingly, but it doesn't look like you believe him. It doesn't look like you're having it. And I say I mean them, not him, because this could be male or female. But it feels like you're thinking that this is more of the same, that this person professing this interest and making their desires known to, connect and be with you and want to take this to the next level, and I want the same things. I do have shared values with you. it feels like you're not buying it. It feels like for some reason you're like, no, I want more time to think about this. I don't want to say anything right now. So on the one hand, you're like, I want more than just this connection or what the way things are now. I want this and that. And surprisingly, unexpectedly, your person steps up. But then Pisces, what's showing here is that you're just like, well, I don't know now. Like, I'm not sure now. Because you don't trust that it's sincere. Which is, I think you're just like, it's almost like, well, I don't want that. I want this. And they're like, well, okay, here. And you're like, well, now I don't want that because you gave it to me. Why'd you give it to me? What do you have up your sleeve? You're like not trusting them. And they're like, well, because you wanted it. Yeah, but why? Are you just doing that to not give it to me later? You're just hooking me in? Are you you know what I mean? Like there's some serious trust issues here that are kind of getting in the way of you being able to connect with someone because you don't believe. It's not that they aren't sincere, it's that you don't believe they are sincere. And it could be, Pisces, that this is too soon because you're still thinking about that past person that it was very one-sided, that you were very into. And you're really wanting to preserve the stability that you have now, and that's what's really valuable to you. So naturally you're going to second guess and doubt this person because deep down, I don't think you're ready. I think you're still kind of dealing with this person and how you felt about them and working through that. You're not talking to them, you're not interacting with them, but you're kind of, there's a lot of mental energy still going towards someone or something. So there's that. And then you meet this new person and they're wanting connection with you, or they say they do, and you're not in a position yet to take them at their word. You're not in a position to trust. I think you're doubting that they want what you want, and you consider, Pisces, you might be the one that is not letting it go past a certain point. You might, because you're kind of fixated on the other person that did you wrong. And so because you're not willing to trust, when this person does want to extend what you want, like here, I am extending an offer. Is this what you want? You're just like, no. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me that. I want time to think. So this is kind of you not being ready to trust someone yet. It isn't that their offer is insincere. It's that you can't just yet. You're just not ready to trust somebody that they want the same things, that they would value the same things. You're still kind of wanting to put somebody through the paces. Not in a bad way, but you're skittish. Because you got someone that actually is going to say, hey, you know what? But you're too busy looking over here at someone. And then you're like, wait, what? And you're kind of, you just don't trust it. You feel like it's gluttonous, or you feel like it's more of the same from the past. And it doesn't have to be, because you can set boundaries as you go. As you progress with this, you can call someone on their BS. You can call yourself on your BS. You got to be open to them calling you on your BS, though. You know what I mean? That's hard. Yeah, that's fun. But this is you being afraid it's going to be a pattern repeated, and it doesn't have to be. If it's heading that direction, you get to cut things off and not participate. You get to say no. You get to leave when the going gets rough, or you get to, when it stops feeling safe or comfortable, you get to go. Nothing's keeping you there. You're not trapped. This isn't self-entrapment. This is often we trap ourselves here. That's another thing here. And I think you're afraid of that you're going to get entrenched again and then not be able to leave. And you can leave. So this is an issue of trust. And honestly, you're not ready yet. This person is going to want what you want. I think that probably serves to kind of scare you, or be like, well, wait a second. You weren't supposed to make it easy for me. Like, you weren't supposed to agree with me. Now what am I going to do? Now I got to make something up to fight about. And I'm not mocking. It's like, I think that's the surprise within the surprise, is that this person does come correct. And then your reaction to it surprises you, because you're like, well, wait a second. No, because I can't trust you. And they're like, well, why? Why don't you? I thought you wanted this. Yeah, but you're just doing it because I wanted this. Well, yeah, because I want to be with you and I like you. It's not just because I want to preserve the physical connection we have. Yeah, I want to be around you. I want to be, let's do this. Well, now I don't know. Why don't you? I thought you wanted it. Well, just give me a minute to think. You just shush. You go over there. You worry about yourself. And then I want to think about this offer. So March might be a bit bumpy for you, Pisces. And I think your person's going to be a little bit bewildered and be like, okay. But the upside of this is that you do come around, like, because you do your due diligence. For the Pisces I'm reading for, you want to figure it out. You're not just wanting to stay there with your arms crossed in the corner of the room. But I think the unexpected, person wanting what you want or coming forward with that, you're kind of surprised by your own reaction and you don't know how to take it and it spooks you. You're skittish. All right. What else for Pisces? Still working through that ending from the last time, or closing things out, and I think them coming forward, because it's really easy to get me like, oh, it's almost safe when someone doesn't give you what you want, because then it's like it kind of gives you this sort of emotional cushion, like you get to be frustrated with them, which keeps them at arm's distance. It prevents intimacy because you get to sit there and judge and be frustrated and distance yourself. But then when they do give you what you want, you're like, well, I've got nothing to be mad at you for. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then when everything is stripped away, when you got nothing to be mad at them about or be frustrated with, it gets to be a choice whether you want to be there or not, or what you want to do, because they're offering you willingly, okay, and it's on you. It's not their fault anymore for not being what you want, but you'll stay with them anyway, or creating that sort of dissonance to really buffer some vulnerable feelings. All that gets swiped away with an offer, a sincere offer, and it leaves you vulnerable and scared. And that's okay. But just see it for what it is. Don't shy away from something just because, or you know what I mean? Like, don't shy away, but just know that that's what it is. That's what you're doing. For the Pisces I'm reading for here, that's what it is. This is you. There's an offer and you're not ready for it. And it's okay to not be ready. When you are, you are. And when you aren't, you aren't. That's it. You don't have to force yourself to be ready when you're not. You don't have to stay stuck in something or stay the course in something because, well, I said I would. You can provide for yourself so you don't need this connection. I mean, and when I say that, I mean in other areas, not romantically, but like, for the Pisces I'm reading for, you're coming from a stable position. You're feeling, and everything else, you're feeling really good about your station in life or what you've got going on in that area. So this is strictly a romantic connection. You don't need this, and you don't have to stay because you said you would or be out of obligation, anything. You don't do that. You don't have to do that. It's for Pisces. It could be Leo. That's Knight of Wands. This is a go for it. This is saying go for it. You might not be ready. That's okay. But if you are, there's a green light. What else for Pisces? What else for Pisces? Okay, so hear me out. So it's really easy to be frustrated with someone because it creates that distance, right? So you're with somebody, it's like, well, they're always late, this and that, or you're kind of not wanting someone to be the person that they're presenting themselves to be, because you could potentially really like them, and so you need them to something to be wrong. So when somebody shows up late, you're like, ha, they're inconsiderate and they're late, and it's not never, but they're, and then when they do show up, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I was late, I stopped to help somebody on the side of the road, and this happened, and whatever. And you're like, oh my God, you're noble and honorable, that's why you were late. Like, I can't get mad at you for that. I gotta find something I can get mad at you for, because I need that distance. I'm too afraid to ask for it because I don't want you to go away, but I'm not ready yet. And I think this person will understand that. I think there might be a fear here that they might go away, or that you'll lose some kind of respect from them or something, and you won't. And if you do, they're not worth your time anyway then. So it's, if you're not ready, you're not ready. Shutting up, repeating myself. That's for Pisces. Preaching to the choir. Huh. These two came out. Okay. So there's something that, for the Pisces I'm reading for, I think romantic connection has some kind of security for you, because it says face your fears, release the power of fear, and this says money, find a way to abundance. You already have that. I think that this is about security and feeling a sense of security and safety in the world when you're in connection with someone else. But then you've got this being presented to you, and you don't want it because it scares you, because then if it goes away again, that leaves you in deficit, and and you're still kind of closing out the cycle from a past one. And yet, so this is face your fears. You're just not ready yet. And if you try and force it, it's going to get weird. You're going to come out swinging. So don't force yourself, and you don't have to be anywhere you don't want to be. Your person will understand that, but you need to be honest about it. Because they're not going to put up with anybody coming at them or attacking them or being unkind just for the sake of, especially when they're being like, look, I made my decision. I want this. And you're just like, well, you waited too late. Like, what do you want from me? I wasn't ready before. I am now. You're not ready. So that's okay. But don't get mad at me for not, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, this is someone that's kind of going to check you on any kind of persnicketiness. Like, if you're kind of putting up barriers just to put up barriers and stall them, they're going to see it and they're going to call you on it. And they should. It needs to be brought out in the open. Look, I'm terrified. I'm not ready. Okay, that's fair. Don't be surprised if that does come up, and that might be part of the reason why you're like, I need time. I need you to leave me alone. I need time to think about this. All right. And you have your own security and abundance. You don't need this from this person. You don't need to. You might think you do, like, oh, I'm not safe in the world, or it's just, everybody has somebody but me. It might have a special meaning for you to, like, that's what makes you truly feel secure. If that's the case, you owe it to yourself to wait until you do feel right about this. There's no use locking something down, even when you don't feel right, just to have it, because you're going to abuse it and not respect it. So if you truly want to feel secure, you will wait until you feel ready to have the secure connection that you want. Otherwise, you're just, like I said, locking something down that you're not going to appreciate or respect. You're just having it to have and to hold on to it. No. All right. I need more water. My voice is just... What else for Pisces? Pisces, you never disappoint. What else for Pisces? It always starts off one direction, and then it's like, just, very interesting. What's for Pisces? 9 of Cups, yay for that. 9 of Wands, there's that chip on your shoulder. There's that whole arms crossed, kind of like, well, no, maybe. That, I think you and this person are going to have a discussion, because I think they're going to want to get it cleared out. Just to be like, look, I just need to know what's going on. I'll give you your space, but I need you to tell me why. I need you to say, I need you to hear it out loud. I need you to hear yourself say, I'm not ready yet. I'm scared. Because they're going to want you to feel like you have a backbone, or that you can say that. You need to, this is somebody that is intense. This is somebody that is going to want to thrive and go and do. They're not going to want the silent treatment, or someone being timid or unsure or indecisive. And if you force yourself to be somewhere or something you're not, that's what's going to happen. And they're going to get frustrated, and you're going to feel shame. And so a clarifying conversation of, I'm not ready yet, is fair. And you owe it to yourself to be able to have the connection you truly want when you're ready. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading. I hope you give yourself the time you need, because this looks like it's worth it. It doesn't have to be your forever situation, but this says somebody that cares about you and means what they say, and they want to spend time with you. If you are ready, great. If you're not, you take that time for yourself. All right. Love and support to you this March. I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you for stopping by, Pisces. All right. You take care.